Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Logic Vault. Today we got something really good. Apparently, from Fox, this dropped 1 hour ago. Mexican senator drops a bombshell. Apparently, Cheyenne Bomb wants to be the next Venezuela. This should be a good one.
President Trump ramping up pressure on the Maduro regime in Venezuela. Besides those B 52s that are flying off the Venezuelan coast, the president is confirming that he has authorized CIA activity in the region. That's on top of the series of strikes against boats that the administration says are smuggling deadly drugs. Our next guest, who lives in Mexico and says her people and her country would welcome U.S. help against cartels. Why isn't Mexico partnering very well with Mexico, or are they? We're bringing back Mexican Senator Lily Tellez to join us now. Senator Tellez, welcome. You see that President Trump means business. You look at everything he's doing in the Caribbean and off the coast of Venezuela. The pressure is on Maduro. Mexico is an ally of the United States. What is Mexico doing to fight the cartels officially from the government?
Actually, I want to hear about this. Yeah, let's hear what they got to say.
Mexico, President Sheinbaum says that she's an ally of the United States of America, but secretly she is not. She is more an ally of Venezuela and of the Cuban dictatorship. We can look at it crystal clear, because she didn't want to congratulate President Trump over the peace treatments on Gaza, and she didn't want to congratulate Maria Corina Machado. She didn't want to comment anything about it because she backs up the Venezuela's regime. So the Mexican government is very worried about the United States trying to get to the Venezuelan cartels, and we Mexicans are very worried about this from Claudia Sheinbaum. She just said that she's not going to the America Summit precisely because Venezuela, Cuba,
I get it
and
though.
Nicaragua,
Like nobody wants to die. I get that, but
these dictatorships
she's clearly corrupted.
were not
There's
invited.
clearly some
So she's
other
not going
involvement going
because
on.
they are not invited. That's crystal clear that she backs Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. She's a leftist, and even she is in the last 7 years, the Mexican government has given millions of oil
if she's going to help, great.
to Cuba,
but it just, I don't know, there's something off. Because if they really wanted to help, they would have already won.
Because of the Mexican,
they would have started crushing down on it. They would have asked the U.S. to move in
Senator,
troops.
This is a very interesting situation because President Trump, as you said, considers Mexico an ally, and Mexico depends on the United States for so much of its economy in terms of trade, but also.
I think that if the United States just if Mexico asked the United States just to be like, hey, we want you to move your military and help us crack down on it. We're going to show you kind of where we think things are at, and we want you to do your own personal investigation, and we're going to do ours, and let's work together and let's stop it. Let's crush it and get rid of it. I think that they could do it in about 3 weeks to 3 months. I bet you they could crush it and get rid of it in about 3 months.
Tourism,
as long as things go smoothly
the cartels are rampant.
There's going to be a lot of
come on this network and
fights.
said that it is a narco state, Mexico. Recently, there was a natural disaster, and the cartels were the ones giving aid out to the Mexican people instead of the Mexican government. They were responding quicker and better. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. The Mexican government is so corrupt that they robbed money for this kind of natural disasters to help people. Now they're trying to do something about it. But this is very interesting. When President Sheinbaum was asked about the cartels giving help to the people, she didn't want to say anything about it.
Well, yeah, because she's probably under.
It's incredible.
She's probably got a knife under her.
Must know, and our American associates,
it is hard
the United
to
States
say what you need to say and ask for help when you have a knife under you.
They should look at what the Mexican government is doing, not saying. Because Sheinbaum and her politics says that they want this alliance and they're trying to make these negotiations for the trade treaty, but at the same time, they are helping the dictatorships of Latin America, and we, most of the Mexicans,
I think if she
we do
got
not support
audience
that.
with the
Yes.
president,
Clear.
they might be able to figure
This
something out.
President Sheinbaum wants Mexico
Keep
to
her
be the
alive,
next
maybe.
Venezuela, and
As long
now
as she's not
she
under a knife.
cannot deny it. We can see
It's corrupted as fuck. It's been corrupted for a long time.
are testifying the things that the Mexican government is doing. So in the next
It's so corrupted, so
negotiations of the
bad.
North American trade between Mexico and the United States, I think there shall be straight negotiations between us countries where there is a very clear commitment to democracy, border security, and zero tolerance to the dictatorships.
Oh,
It
yeah.
appears
Zero
that she is
tolerance.
not a good
Agreed.
ally. She's not helping President Trump in the fight against the cartels in her country, and she's an ally of Nicolas Maduro at the same time that President Trump is trying to put the pressure on him to leave that country. Thank you so much, Senator Tellez. Great information. And
She was about to say some more shit. She said, we're going to cut it short here. That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's like I said, there's a whole lot of corruption going on, and an individual might want to help, and they might want help from the United States, but they're just not getting it, for these cartels. They're not getting it to stop because they're under the knife of the cartels, whatever cartel it might be. Like, it's been corrupted for a long time. It's going to continue to be corrupt until it gets eviscerated or eradicated, It's like a fucking Marvel movie, man. Cut off one head, two more grow back, but in this case, you gotta aim for the chest. Gotta aim 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Anyways, thank you guys all for tuning in. My name is The Logic Vault, and we do it the logic way or with no logic at all. I'll see you guys all in the next one.